Your money is entering the wrong hands. A woman is smiling as she takes what is yours. Archangel Michael says this message is burning with urgency. This message is carrying fire. This message is sealed with your name. It is not random that you see these words now. It is not accidental that this warning comes to you in this hour. Heaven has seen what you could not see. Heaven has listened to the whispers behind closed doors. Heaven has watched the movements of those who laugh in your face but take from you in silence. Archangel Michael says, your money, your blessings, your provision has been diverted into hands that are not pure, hands that are not yours, hands that have been smiling while stealing. Do not be deceived by her smile. Do not be blinded by her softness. Do not be tricked by the way she presents herself. The woman who seems harmless, the one who seems close, the one who seems trustworthy is the very one siphoning what belongs to you. She carries your resources in secret. She enjoys what you labored for. She smiles because she believes you will never know. She smiles because she thinks her mask is perfect. She smiles because she is convinced that heaven does not watch. But Archangel Michael says, I have seen her. I have caught her. I have recorded her actions, and I now reveal the truth to you. This is not only about coins and notes. This is about your energy, your favor, your opportunities, your inheritance. What was yours by right has been passing through her hands, and she has hidden her laughter behind false kindness. She celebrates in secret while you wonder why your progress slows. She feasts in silence while you question why your breakthrough feels delayed. But heaven is never blind. Heaven is never late. Heaven is never fooled. Archangel Michael says, I come with fire to expose this woman. I come with a sword to cut off her access. I come with truth to restore what was stolen. You must know this. The enemy always uses familiar faces. The woman smiling at you is not far. She is not distant. She is close. She may speak words of encouragement. She may show concern for your struggles. She may act like she shares your pain. But behind it all, her hands are dipping into what is yours. She is smiling while she takes. She is laughing while you trust. She is enjoying while you endure. But the days of her hidden laughter are numbered. Archangel Michael says, the mask is falling, the cover is breaking, the secret is ending. This warning is not to frighten you, but to arm you. If heaven reveals, it is because heaven has already prepared deliverance. If heaven warns, it is because heaven is already moving on your behalf. The woman has enjoyed what belongs to you for a season, but that season is finished. The pipeline of theft is being cut. The joy of betrayal is being silenced. The smile of deceit is being erased. She will no longer be able to touch what is yours. She will no longer be able to control what belongs to you. She will no longer be able to laugh at your delay. Archangel Michael says, you must guard your steps. You must open your eyes. You must listen carefully. Do not ignore this. Do not dismiss this. Do not skip this. This is just for you. Your money, your provision, your blessings are sacred, and heaven will not allow them to remain in the wrong hands. The exposure has begun, and the woman's smile will soon turn into fear. For what she stole will return, what she held will be taken back, What she enjoyed will be removed. Heaven is shifting, and you will see the restoration. Your money is entering the wrong hands. A woman is smiling as she takes what is yours. Archangel Michael says this is not an illusion. This is not imagination. This is not exaggeration. It is a reality in the spirit and in the natural, and it is being exposed to you now so that you will no longer walk blind. You have worked, you have prayed, you have waited, and yet what belongs to you has been diverted. You have wondered why your hand feels empty after labor, why your progress feels delayed after effort, why your heart feels restless after giving. It is because another hand, a smiling hand, a hand clothed in deception, has intercepted what belongs to you. Archangel Michael says, "The woman laughs because she thinks you will never notice. She smiles because she thinks her mask is unbreakable. She carries herself with false humility, but her eyes are sharp with greed. She has watched your blessings flow and positioned herself like a shadow, ready to catch what falls from your table. She has smiled in your face while hiding her hand behind her back. She has spoken words of kindness while plotting how to take more. She has embraced you outwardly, but inwardly rejoices that you remain unaware. But heaven has seen. I, Michael, have seen. And I come to tell you that her season of silent theft is finished. Do not be deceived by appearances. She may appear as a friend, a family member, a confidant, someone close enough to know your routines. But that closeness has been her cover. That familiarity has been her disguise. She believes her position gives her access without consequence. But Archangel Michael says, I am tearing down her disguise. I am stripping away her cover. I am dragging her actions into the open. The money she smiled while taking will become a testimony against her. The blessings she diverted will slip from her hands. The laughter she hid will turn into trembling. Chosen one, you must not ignore this warning. For too long you have dismissed the unease you felt. You sensed something was wrong, but you explained it away. You noticed patterns that did not make sense, but you chose silence. You saw her smile and decided to trust it, though your spirit whispered caution. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore the whispers any longer. Do not dismiss the signs. Do not let her smile deceive you again. She is not smiling in love. She is smiling in victory over what she thought you would never know. But that victory is over. You may ask why heaven reveals this now. It is because the fullness of time has come. The window of exposure is here. The flow of restoration has opened. What has been entering her hands will be removed. What has been diverted will be redirected. What has been stolen will be returned. She cannot stop it. She cannot fight it. She cannot hide it. Her time of smiling at your loss is done. Archangel Michael says, I have come to restore balance, to cut the cord of theft, to close the wrong hands, to open the right doors. The enemy used her as a vessel because of her closeness. But now heaven will use her exposure as a sign that no betrayal can remain hidden forever. She thought your silence was weakness, but it was patience. She thought your trust was blindness, but it was grace. She thought your loss was permanent, but heaven calls it temporary. Tonight the shift begins. Tonight her laughter ends. Tonight what was yours begins to return. This word is not scattered to many. It is not for every year. It is sealed with your name. It is just for you. Do not try to skip this. Archangel Michael says, stay alert, for the woman who smiled while stealing is about to face the fire of exposure. Your money is entering the wrong hands. A woman is smiling as she takes what is yours. Archangel Michael says the smile you see is not the smile of love. It is not the smile of peace. It is the smile of triumph over your loss. She believes she has gained the upper hand. She believes she can keep taking without consequence. She believes heaven is silent and you will never know. But heaven is not silent. Heaven is not blind. Heaven is not still. The sword is drawn. The fire is burning. The mask is tearing. Her smile will not last. You have asked yourself why doors that opened suddenly seem to close. You have wondered why resources you expected never fully reached you. You have felt the heaviness of delay and the sting of emptiness when you knew provision was meant to flow. Archangel Michael says, your money, your blessing, your provision was being intercepted. While you looked forward with hope, she stood behind you with greed. While you waited for promises, she waited for your distraction. While you believed her smile, she used it as a shield to take more. But the one who has been laughing in silence is about to weep in exposure. Do not think this is far away. The woman is not a stranger. She is close enough to touch, close enough to speak, close enough to know what you hold and what you expect. She has been positioned near you for this purpose. Her role was not by accident. It was the enemy's strategy. The devil always hides in familiar faces. That is why you trusted her. That is why you lowered your guard. That is why her smile seemed safe. But Archangel Michael says, trust no smile without discernment. Look beyond the surface. Listen to your spirit. For the betrayer wears comfort as a cloak, but the heart beneath it is sharp with greed. This is the hour of reversal. The woman's access to what is yours is being cut. The pipeline that carried your resources into her hands is being broken. The flow of blessings that turned into her laughter will now bypass her completely. She will try to reach again. She will try to smile again. She will try to hide again. But her time is over. The angel of exposure is at work, and her actions cannot remain buried. Archangel Michael says, her smile is already fading. Her confidence is already breaking. Her grip is already loosening. Chosen one, you must prepare your heart for the truth. Exposure can be painful, but it is necessary. You will see her face differently when the mask falls. You will hear her voice differently when the truth emerges. You will remember her smile not as kindness, but as cover. Do not let bitterness grow in your heart. Do not let anger consume you. Understand this. Heaven is not showing you to hurt you. Heaven is showing you to free you. What she took will be restored. What she enjoyed will be removed. What she claimed will be returned. This message is personal, sealed, burning for you. Archangel Michael says, I reveal because I love. I expose because I protect. I warn because I have been sent to guard your path. The woman who smiled while stealing is no longer hidden. Her season of laughter is ending. Your season of restoration is beginning. Your money is entering the wrong hands. A woman is smiling as she takes what is yours. Archangel Michael says the smile is the mask of betrayal, the cover of deception, the outward sign of inward greed. She believes you will not notice. She believes you will remain blind. She believes her access is safe. But her confidence is built on a lie, and heaven is tearing it down. The fire of exposure is burning around her. The sword of truth is cutting through her disguise. The hand of justice is reaching for what she thought she could keep. You have felt the weight of loss, the unexplained emptiness, the sense that what should have been yours slipped into someone else's hands. You tried to reason it away. You told yourself it was timing, or delay, or chance. But your spirit knew something deeper was wrong. That heaviness you carried was not only from lack, it was the pull of theft. What you worked for, what you prayed for, what you were promised was being intercepted. And the smile she gave you was her secret celebration, her hidden proof that she was feeding on your blessings. Archangel Michael says, her laughter has reached heaven, and heaven has judged it. She is close. Do not think she is far. Do not think the thief is hidden in a stranger. She is near enough to see your progress, near enough to count your steps, near enough to know your needs. Her closeness was her cover. She positioned herself in trust so she could take without being questioned. That is why it hurt you when you could not understand the constant delay. That is why your soul was restless without explanation. That is why heaven now steps in to remove her. Archangel Michael says, she will not keep what belongs to you. Her hands will not hold it much longer. Her smile will not protect her. Her laughter will not cover her. The same smile that mocked you will become her shame. The same hands that stole will release in trembling. The same lips that lied will confess. Her season of taking is finished. Her days of smiling are over. Her mask is falling before your eyes. Chosen one, do not be afraid of exposure. Do not grieve when her face is revealed. Do not be broken when her name comes forth. It is better to know the truth than to live with deception. It is better to see the betrayer than to continue blinded by her smile. It is better to feel the pain of exposure than to endure the drain of theft. Heaven does not reveal to destroy you. Heaven reveals to free you. What was stolen will be restored. What was diverted will be redirected. What was used against you will return as a testimony for you. This is not a warning to everyone. This is not a scattered message. This is sealed with your spirit. It is carved into your name. Archangel Michael says, the woman who smiled while stealing is now standing under judgment. Do not skip this. Do not dismiss this. Do not ignore this. It is just for you. Her hands are being emptied, and your blessings are being returned. Your money is entering the wrong hands. A woman is smiling as she takes what is yours. Archangel Michael says the smile is the disguise, the polished mask that covers her true intent. She thinks her deceit is clever, but her craft is nothing before heaven's sight. For heaven sees the heart as clearly as the face, and heaven judges motives as easily as actions. She has stolen under the cover of kindness. She has taken under the cloak of love. She has hidden her hand beneath her smile. But the fire of heaven burns through masks, and the sword of Michael cuts through disguises. You wondered why you always felt drained when you should have felt full. why your labor did not match your reward, why your steps forward seemed smaller than the effort you gave. It was not simply delay, it was theft. She was intercepting streams that belonged to you. She smiled when you struggled because she was strengthened by what she took. She laughed quietly because she believed she had won. She believed you were blind. She believed heaven was silent. She believed her access was permanent. But Archangel Michael says, her season of laughter is done. Her victory was an illusion. The smile she wore as she took from you will soon twist into fear when exposure comes. The woman is not far. She is not distant. She is close enough to see your progress, close enough to know your needs, close enough to watch your steps. She is not in the crowd of strangers. She is in the circle of trust. That is why her theft was so effective. That is why you questioned yourself instead of questioning her. That is why the enemy placed her there, because betrayal always comes from the familiar. But betrayal never lasts forever. The light is too strong. The fire is too hot. The mask cannot remain. Archangel Michael says, her name is written in the book of exposure, and her season of stealing has ended. You will see signs, subtle at first, but they will grow stronger. Her words will begin to stumble. Her actions will reveal cracks. Her eyes will no longer meet yours with ease. The mask she wore so well will start to slip. Do not ignore the signs. Do not excuse the tremble. Do not explain away the cracks. They are proof that heaven is shaking her disguise. They are evidence that the exposure has begun. Do not be consumed with anger when truth comes. Do not let bitterness poison your freedom. Understand this. Heaven reveals because heaven restores. What she took will not remain lost. What she diverted will not remain hidden. What she enjoyed in secret will be stripped from her hands. Archangel Michael says, she will release what is yours, willingly or unwillingly. Her hands will open, her grip will break, her smile will fade. Restoration is coming, and nothing can stop it. Chosen one, you must be strong. Exposure brings pain, but it also brings freedom. The pain of knowing the truth is far less than the pain of living under deception. The wound of betrayal is deep, but the healing of restoration is greater. You will not remain broken. You will not remain empty. You will not remain delayed. The woman who smiled while stealing is now facing judgment, and your destiny is being released. This is sealed in fire. It is written for you. It is not scattered. It is just for you. Archangel Michael says, don't try to skip this. The smile of deception has ended. The restoration has begun. Your money is entering the wrong hands. A woman is smiling as she takes what is yours. Archangel Michael says this is the last part, the final seal, the closing decree that cannot be undone. Her smile was never innocent. It was victory over your delay, celebration over your emptiness, delight over your loss. She thought she was safe behind her disguise. She thought she was hidden in her closeness. She thought heaven would not act. But tonight, her time is finished. The trap she built is broken. The secret she hid is exposed. The laughter she carried is silenced. Archangel Michael says, the woman who smiled while stealing will not hold what is yours anymore. Her hands will tremble, her grip will fail, her mask will fall. She will watch in fear as what she took is pulled away. She will see clearly that what belongs to you cannot be kept by another. Her season of hidden victory is collapsing. Her foundation of deceit is crumbling. Her joy in betrayal is ending. She will learn that heaven does not sleep. Heaven does not ignore. Heaven does not delay forever. You, chosen one, must understand the weight of this hour. This exposure is not to shame you, it is to free you. This revelation is not to crush you, it is to restore you. What was lost will come back. What was delayed will accelerate. What was stolen will return multiplied. You will no longer live under her smile. You will no longer be drained by her theft. You will no longer wonder why your steps felt heavy. The heaviness is lifting. The deception is breaking. The restoration is beginning. Archangel Michael says, the wealth, the blessings, the opportunities that were siphoned into wrong hands are being released into your rightful possession. The woman's smile is gone, and your joy is returning. The hands that once took will now be bound. The lips that once laughed will now be silenced. The shadow that once followed will now be scattered. You are free. You are restored. You are lifted. This is the end of her plan and the beginning of your miracle. This is the end of her laughter and the birth of your testimony. This is the last word from heaven. The woman is exposed. Your money is restored. Your destiny is protected. This message is sealed. It is final. It is eternal. It is just for you. Don't try to skip this. Your money is entering the wrong hands. A woman is smiling as she takes what is yours. Archangel Michael says this is the last part, the closing fire, the final word over this situation. Her smile was the mask of her theft. Her laughter was the sound of your delay. Her hands were the tools of your loss. But heaven has spoken, and heaven's word cannot be overturned. What she has touched will no longer remain in her possession. What she has hidden will no longer stay in the dark. What she enjoyed will no longer belong to her. The hand that took will now release. The mouth that smiled will now fall silent. The heart that rejoiced in your emptiness will now tremble in fear. Archangel Michael says, I have watched her carefully. I have recorded her actions. I have followed every secret step she took. Nothing was hidden from me. Nothing was unseen by heaven. Nothing was overlooked. And now the time of exposure is here. She cannot run. She cannot hide. She cannot pretend any longer. The season of deception has ended. The mask has fallen, and her shame will be known. She smiled while stealing, but her smile is finished. She laughed while you suffered, but her laughter is gone. She will watch as heaven restores to you what she believed she could keep. You must not fear this exposure. You must not grieve over what was lost. For heaven does not reveal without restoring. Heaven does not expose without redeeming. What she took will come back to you in greater measure. What she diverted will return multiplied. What she used for her gain will be stripped from her hands and placed into yours. The tables are turning, the balance is shifting, the flow is reversing. Archangel Michael says, your blessing is returning, your money is restored, your inheritance is secured. This is the final decree. You will not be empty. You will not be delayed. You will not be robbed again. Her smile has ended. Your joy has begun. Her theft has finished. Your restoration has started. Her shadow has faded. Your light has risen. This is the last word, and it is sealed in heaven. Archangel Michael says, "It is just for you. Don't try to skip this. It is done. It is finished. It is complete.